What's going on, YouTube? We got a lot of topics to discuss today. First and foremost, let's start off by the apologies for not having videos done as frequently as I should, which I know I keep saying that all the time. The method I had last time, it did not work out the way I planned, and so now I'm waiting on some more shit to be able to help me bring content out more effectively. But anyways, hope everything is well. How's my fellow drivers doing? And we got some stuff to discuss. So, first things first, I don't have a problem with training nobody. I'm a cool person. I don't have a problem with nobody being on my truck. I vibe, you vibe. At the end of the day, you only on my truck for what, 3 weeks, maybe 4, whatever the case may be. You're not on here for a long time, so I don't expect no kind of problems, no nothing. You, at the end of the day, you're here to do a task, complete your task, and then, you know, you can move on and see the fruits of your labor. Make money, do whatever it is that you need to do. I'm not okay with bullying. I'm not okay with talking down on people. I'm not okay with belittling people. At the end of the day, you can't even get into this industry unless you're like 21, and even now they still trying to raise that age. So I expect nothing but a mature adult to come in here, understand what it is that they got to do, take care of business, and then go on their way. I don't need the bickering, I don't need the back and forth, I don't need the arguing, I don't need you trying to belittle somebody else, somebody who's in the same position as you, because you may feel like you may hold the steering wheel better than they do. Like, we not doing all of that. So with that being said, come in here, right state of mind, right mindset. Realistically, 2 students shouldn't even be going back and forth with anything, because y'all both at the same level. Y'all both are coming in, no experience as students. You may have done one thing better than the next person. That doesn't make you better than them. At the end of the day, it's a learning experience for the both of y'all, and I expect you guys to treat it as such. Learn what it is that you guys are here to do. If you have a strong point that's stronger than your other partner, you may be able to back better than them. You may be able to learn the Qualcomm better, quicker than them. Y'all here to help each other. Y'all not here to belittle each other. You shouldn't feel like, oh, because you can do this better, you deserve special treatment, or whatever the case. Y'all here to help each other. So I expect that. You know, when one falls short, the other one picks up. Because at the end of the day, y'all gonna be on the truck together by yourselves anyways. So what's the point of doing all this back and forth, the belittling, the arguments, the pettiness? Everybody's an adult. There's no time for all that extra. And if you want to do that, you don't have a place on my truck. I will let you know that from now. Like, I just don't tolerate the stuff. I either drop you off at chat or drop you off at the nearest truck stop, whichever is more convenient. I don't care. We're here for a purpose. You guys are here for a purpose. So, I mean, just do what you guys are asked of and complete that, you know. Second thing, training hours, your training requirements. Whether you come in as a student or a mentee, you know, Covenant has different grades as to when you come in that, you know, they'll require a little more or a little less out of you. If you're a student, bottom line is 145 hours. There's nothing you could do. You may feel like, oh, whatever, I had road experience at my school, such and such. That's between you and Covenant. From my understanding, it's 145 hours at the present moment. So you're gonna have to put in 145 hours of driving time. This is not on duty time. This is not sitting at a shipper time. This is not just being on the road time. It's 145 driving hours, period. If you're coming in on the truck, because I only train teams, if you're coming in on my truck, you're bringing in a partner with you or whatever the case may be, it's 145 hours for the both of y'all. It's not 145 hours to where you do 70 something, they do 70 something. It don't work like that. That's not how Covenant's program is. Both of you guys are responsible for your hours, 145 one, 145 for the other. And that's just that. You guys complete your training hours, so on and so forth. We can move forward from there. So that's just that. There's no shortcuts on the hours. Everybody who's come into this company has had to do their hours. Don't think because you're coming in as whatever that you're gonna have to be required to do less. It's not how that goes, so we'll just leave that at that. And next thing, please be prepared to work. Be prepared. It's going to be long days. You're going to have to put in your hours. You're going to have to drive 10, 11 hours at a time. I mean, this is what you signed up for. At the end of the day, you knew exactly what it was that you was getting yourself into before you even signed anything. Even in trucking school, they don't go over everything in detail, but they still go over everything enough so that you can know and be prepared for what it is that you're getting into. So that way there's no, oh, well, I didn't know this or I didn't know that. When you call Covenant, your recruiter is going to tell you, hey, look, you're responsible for getting your hours. You're going to go out on the truck with a trainer. They're going to make sure you get your hours. You're just going to have to get in that seat and drive. You're going to have to get in that seat, drive. You're going to have to get in that seat and back up. You're going to have to learn the Qualcomm. You have to put forth effort. There's no freebies. You ain't getting nothing free. Ain't nothing in America free. So I don't know why you would even come here with a different aspect in terms of working for what it is that you want. Ain't nothing given, everything is earned. So come in here with a right state of mind and you shall have no problems. The next thing, showering. I will keep it 100 with you guys. There's going to be times where you can shower every day, and there's going to be times where you are running behind on the load, whether it's transit time, whether it's traffic, whatever it is. There's going to be sometimes in some situations that's going to permit you to or allow you to take a shower on a daily, and sometimes you won't get a chance to shower on a daily. Sometimes you may have to shower every other day. I don't know what the circumstances may hold for you, because again, every trainee is different, every situation is different. We can plan things to go one way and then it gets completely rerouted throughout the course of us running whatever freight we running. So be aware of that. You know, come on the truck, bring your baby wipes, or, you know, and it's not just with me, it's with any trainer in general. That's just how it is. So you can bring your wipes. Hygiene is important. In the morning, wake up, brush your teeth, you know what I'm saying, put some deodorant on. Don't be in nobody's truck smelling like that's not right. Leave the camping paper at home. We don't do that. None of that. You need to use the restroom. Every shipper that we go to, they all have restrooms. There's truck stops all over the place. There's no reason why you should feel like you need to expose yourself. Go outside of the truck and be doing whatever, Lord knows what. I mean, men, that's a whole different story. Women, we'll just save that topic for like a whole nother time. But I'm just saying, like, you don't need to bring no camping paper, no none of that, because there's no need for all of that. And that's just that, you know. And another thing is partnering up with people. Covenant is a team company. They run team freight, East Coast, West Coast, North, South, East, West, whatever you can think of. Their loads, their typical mileage per load is roughly 2,000 and up. You can't do that. I mean, you could do it as a solo, but it'll take you forever. Covenant is a teaming company. And I've picked up on this topic before, but sometimes people don't kind of understand where I'm coming from. So, you know, you kind of got to revisit again. If you're coming in, find you somebody that it is compatible, that you are compatible, that you can work with. It is very important, because it's only going to make the transition from trainee to OTR as smooth as possible if you got somebody that you can work with. If you don't, then that's where all the problems come into play. You're going to be mad for Lord knows what. They're going to be mad for Lord knows what. You guys aren't going to be getting along, arguing, and it's only a matter of time before tensions erupt and something that shouldn't be happening is happening. Do yourself a favor. Find you somebody that you are compatible with. Don't just see them, hey, you want to make money? I want to make money? Cool, let's go. And just jump in the truck together and just start driving. It don't work like that. You know, vet the person out. Talk to them. You know, go out to eat with them. You know, understand their upbringings. You know, what they expect of you, what you expect of them. You know, how they deal with certain situations. You know, can they handle stress? Do they fold under pressure? All of these are things that you need to know, and all of these are going to help balance your on the road life. Because you're already away from home, you're already away from husbands, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, cats, dogs, whatever. You're away from all of that. So with that being said, tensions are typically higher when you're not home, and you don't have access to some of the food that you typically eat, some of the things you normally do. You're not going to get a gym every truck stop you go. Some truck stops have gyms, which is mainly TA and Petro, but even then, I'm starting to see, because of all this COVID stuff, they're just shutting things down more and more. So you're not going to be used to certain luxuries that you would be used to when you are at home. So with that being said, it's going to make tensions, normally it's going to bring your tensions up just a tad bit, but you know, it's something that you could deal with. Now, when you have a partner that you feel they're not clean enough, or they don't articulate, you know, what it is that they're trying to say enough, or they're late, or while you're sleeping, instead of driving, they're parking up at a truck stop for 4 hours just because they want to run their clock out to where you can drive. All of that stuff is going to get aggravating. All of that stuff is going to become a problem. The best thing you can do for yourself is to find somebody that you are compatible with, somebody that you can work together with, somebody that you mesh well with. You guys can talk. It doesn't have to be just a working relationship. Shoot, y'all could become friends later on down the line, be bestest of friends, hang out buddies, whatever you want, whatever. Bottom line is, find you somebody that you could work with, because if not, then tensions are going to erupt. It's going to be a very difficult situation for the both of you guys, and some people end up putting hands on each other, which I don't condone. There's no reason why anything should get that out of hand between two adults to where you guys are throwing punches. This is not high school. So act as such. But that's all I wanted to share with you guys. I had a couple rough situations, which is why I'm bringing this video out to you guys, and I think now should be the time where I address it. You know, so with that being said, I hope all is well. Love, peace, prosperity, and in the words of your boy Ghost. And that's another thing. Quit picking on my dog Ghost, man. Y'all be posting his number on YouTube and doing all this extra stuff. Like, all of that is not necessary. He's a good dude. He does what he has to do, and he gives other drivers the game free of charge, and then y'all just dragging this man through the mud for Lord knows what, which ain't even cool. So sayonara, peace out, and hope all is well. If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, y'all know how to get me.